do I owe the pleasure? What do I owe the pleasure? Last time we been together, we wash your car for you. We wash your car with no shame in our hustle. When you goddamn getting into that wash, and you know that tip gonna be good like the DC's goddamn West Coast. Y'all better start buying this slippery soap, man. Going on there, and then I just got.
Gather around, everyone, because it seems like 50 Cent has finally uncovered those infamous Diddy freak-off tapes, and he's now accusing Rick Ross of being one of Diddy's partners in these notorious parties. While many assumed Diddy wasn't using all that baby oil by himself, 50 Cent has confirmed that the situation is even more complex than we thought. He's been working behind the scenes, not just dropping hints on social media, but collaborating with Netflix to produce a docu-series that aims to expose decades of what he describes as Diddy's freak-off empire. This series is expected to send shockwaves across the industry. But the burning question is, was Rick Ross really one of Diddy's freak-off partners? And is 50 serious about revealing Diddy's alleged circle of rappers? Let's break it down. 50 Cent has been calling out Diddy and his supposed partners for quite some time, but things escalated when he made the bombshell claim that Rick Ross is one of the rappers who joined Diddy in these wild escapades. 50 first dropped this revelation in an Instagram post, where he shared disturbing lyrics from Rick Ross's song UOENO, where Rick seemingly brags about committing inappropriate acts against women without their knowledge. In the lyrics, Rick says, "Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that, she ain't even know it." 50 paired this with photos of Rick Ross, and Diddy captioning it with, "What the F? At some point you just gotta do the right thing." This was all the context needed for people to suspect that 50 was exposing Rick Ross for participating in Diddy's alleged freak-off lifestyle. But this wasn't the first time Rick had rapped about questionable behavior.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I called, and I came back and I seen him for a reason and won. But did Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were, okay, buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
yeah.
And P. Diddy?
Yeah.
In another song, Magnificent Rick openly mentioned witnessing Diddy taking advantage of a girl group called Total, once signed to his record label. In the track, Rick raps, "I made a transition from the thieves to the biggest executive Def Jam's ever seen. The game never changed, money's still a focal. But it's time to F the game like Puffy did Total." Now, while this came as a surprise to many, fans were skeptical. Rick Ross never really gave off the fruity image that 50 Cent frequently attributes to Diddy. But things intensified when Rick Ross's own baby mama, Tia Kemp, stepped into the conversation, corroborating many of 50's claims. Just days ago, Tia publicly dragged Rick and his family, revealing some very personal allegations. She claimed Rick Ross had put a hit out on her, which only failed because the people he hired took his money and ran, later warning her about the bounty on her head. Rapping about sending goons after your enemies is one thing, but to do that in real life against the mother of your child? That takes things to an entirely different, disturbing level. Tia didn't stop there either. She went on to name others who Rick allegedly had taken care of, including a woman named Miss Carol, who passed away under suspicious circumstances. According to Tia, Miss Carol was supposedly killed by Rick and his crew, although the police still haven't been able to close the case. Tia also mentioned another man who was allegedly murdered in front of one of Rick's properties called the Black House. These revelations are adding more fuel to the fire, leaving many questioning just how deep Rick Ross's involvement with Diddy and these alleged parties really goes. Gather around, everyone, because the drama continues to unravel, and it seems that Rick Ross's involvement with Diddy has even darker undertones. According to sources, Rick allegedly put a hit on his baby mama, Tia Kemp, because she threatened to hand over incriminating evidence, those rumored freak-off tapes of Rick and Diddy, to the feds.
It's prom time. You ain't since December 9th. But I'm not finna play with you. I'm not. You gonna make me come to the gate. Been in Miami a lot, cause you ain't got no motions. It's slowing down. I heard. I'ma get you, Will. I'ma get Universe. And if you keep sending messages round, that's getting back to me. I'ma come over here and tell it all. You be told your toe in next. You know what I'm talking about. And your mama won't answer. Tell her respond. She hit me up and said hi.
In fact, word has it that Tia was already cooperating with the authorities, and there were talks of getting her into witness protection. This wasn't the first time Tia exposed Rick for being one of Diddy's so-called partners back in March. When Diddy's properties were first raided, Tia went off on Rick during an IG Live session, claiming that Rick was terrified after the raid and fled to Miami to keep a low profile. According to her, Diddy had numerous tapes of Rick Ross involved in explicit activities at these infamous parties, and when the feds seized Diddy's devices, they allegedly found everything. Tia didn't hold back when lashing out at Rick Ross. For those unfamiliar, Rick and Diddy have been close friends for a long time and have been photographed together at several parties. 50 Cent even shared images of the two almost kissing on stage during a performance. There was no effort to hide it. Around this same time, an interrogation video from 2018 began circulating, featuring a man who had opened fire at the Trump National Hotel. The man made some shocking claims, saying he was one of Diddy's freak-off slaves and dropped names, including DJ Khaled, Big Sean, and of course Rick Ross. He even claimed that when he contracted STDs, it didn't matter to Diddy or his partners as long as they could get their pound time in. Fast forward to the moment when Diddy had to step down from his position as CEO of Revolt TV after Cassie's lawsuit went public.
Is he speaking truth?
Of course he is.
You know? We seen Quad on set.
Major pain in his ass. Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And in milk, running the ram, talking about expensive pain in his ass.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jack.
Fuck me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried. Period. He Diddy-fied. He Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do our bop. Fuck me. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out to here. That Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas.
Man.
She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
50 Cent was quick to troll Diddy, offering to buy Revolt TV from him, posting the news with a cheeky caption, "I'll buy that from you, Playboy, for the low. Cadillac and T are gonna pull out anyway, so call my phone." Fans were in hysterics, unable to get over how relentless 50 was in trolling Diddy. Charlamagne the God later praised 50 Cent as a diabolical genius for wanting to buy Revolt TV in the middle of Diddy's legal troubles. Rick Ross, at first, tried to ignore the mounting controversy, but things took a turn when 50 Cent trolled him and fellow rapper Meek Mill. This time Rick couldn't stay quiet. He went live, taking aim at 50 and addressing Charlamagne's comments. His reaction rubbed many people the wrong way. It seemed like Rick was more upset about the disrespect towards Diddy than the actual disturbing allegations surrounding him. Interview. When the Bunny Hop video went viral, people accused Meek of performing for Diddy's freak-off partners. Meek was quick to jump on Twitter to deny the rumors, explaining that the Bunny Hop was just a game he started in prison, meant to lighten the mood in tense situations. However, this only led to more trolling, as putting prison and Bunny Hop in the same sentence raised more eyebrows. Interview. Meek was again under fire recently when an explicit audio clip surfaced, allegedly of him and Diddy engaging in intimate activities. The audio was so intense that it was hard to believe. A man came forward, claiming he had recorded the sounds at a party after everyone had passed out from drinking spiked drinks. According to him, when he heard noises from one of the rooms, he decided to record it and later leaked it, identifying the participants as Meek and Diddy. But Jaguar Wright, another figure well known for exposing the industry's dark secrets, debunked the man's story. She claimed that the person was paid to take credit for leaking the video, but in reality, it was none other than Nicki Minaj who was behind the leak. Jaguar suggested that Nicki didn't want to come forward herself, fearing retribution from Diddy and Meek. However, with both rappers facing public scrutiny, Nicki allegedly thought it was the right time to let the truth soar. 50 Cent is well known for trolling anyone even remotely connected to Diddy, and he didn't hold back when it came to Meek Mill. The situation escalated when 50 mocked Meek for defending both Diddy and his son, King Combs. He wrote, "You sold 6,000 copies of your last project. You should not be on vacation still chasing the dream or embracing the nightmare standing by your man, and I respect that," referring to Diddy as Meek's man. 50 Cent didn't stop there. He posted a video of Meek and Diddy at a party, wearing matching outfits, with the caption, "I commend you for being a strong, supportive woman for your man, Meek. Stay by his side, and together, you guys may have a good life." In the video, Meek was singing about a girl, and Diddy nearly had whiplash when Meek reached a particular part of the song. However, Meek wasn't having it. He fired back at 50 Cent, posting, "My last project sold 90,000 in the first week. Expensive Pain Ross did that last CD just to let me out of my contract 'cause we're rich and have some history. It's different." Meek also called out 50's swag as extremely whack. He further added, "I never see black people laugh at black people getting indicted. He really enhances people's cases online and has real statements against dudes. You haven't even fed Mike Knox yet, everyone's onto you. But let me stop. These are the dudes why all look up to the people who destroy black families and success like bad cops. I don't find him funny. I see him as a rich parasite. Dudes be rooting for people to go to jail while claiming they're from the streets.